Okay, so I'm John, I'm an engineer by trade, and I'm going to show you how to test the voltage on a motor controller on the treadmill using a multimeter. So to do this you'll need a electrician's multimeter. These are fairly inexpensive. You can get them for about 10 to 15 pounds on Amazon. You need to have a setting on it which is for AC volts. So mine's an auto ranging multimeter, and the setting I'm going to use on this one is that first setting there. So this meter will automatically set to AC voltage, but yours might have a multi-position dial, in which case you're looking for AC, which is it's a wavy line, and you're looking for a range of perhaps 0 to 600 volts, because the test we're going to do requires us to measure mains voltage, which is 220, 230 volts. So you need to pick a range which is AC and is going to accommodate, let's say, 230 volts, which is normally a range of 0 to 600 volts on these meters. So to do this, safety is very important. What I need you to do first of all is unplug the machine, disconnect the mains lead. Really important. Mains voltage can kill. So everything we're going to do in terms of setting this test up, we're going to do with the power lead removed and disconnected. Then when we're ready to do the test and everything's safe and you're happy, we're going to put the power on, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You also need to think about what else is going on in the room, because you don't really want to be disturbed while you're doing this test. So you don't want pets, animals running around licking this area. You don't want kids coming in and interrupting you because of the safety issue. Please take this seriously. It is really important. First thing to do then is, after the machine's been unplugged, is find where the mains comes in. On this machine, the mains comes in through the back here. There's a socket for the mains lead. So this plugs in the back. And you'll be able to see, when you've got the hood off, you'll be able to see the wires coming in. What you're looking for are these components here. This is a filter and this is a choke. So these are usually the giveaway components. If you can spot these are normally where the mains electricity comes in. And what you need to find is the position where they go onto the motor control board, which is this circuit board here on this machine, and pull the connectors off. So on my machine here, it's these two. They're both black wires. Yours might be a black wire, it might be a white wire. You might have a red and a black wire. There's lots of different variations. But just pull them off where they connect onto the circuit board. Okay, so this is where the mains voltage will be coming when we plug it in. What we want to do is get our meter and get one of the probes from the meter and put it into one of the sockets. And you need to make sure that the silver contact on the socket, on the probe, is making a good contact with the socket on the end of the lead. So I'm just going to plug it in there. Plug the black in there. It doesn't matter which way around they go, because we're measuring AC. AC goes up and down, negative and positive, so therefore it doesn't matter which way we put the red and the black. So what I want you to check is that you've got the contacts metal to metal on the contacts, and I want you to also position them so that they're nice and safe. In other words, we don't want the metal parts touching any other metal parts. We certainly don't want them touching together, and we don't want them touching any other part of the machine. So as you see, I've got it here. I've kind of got them dangling in fresh air, and to do the test I'm not going to have my hands on it. Everything's going to be safe. The meter we need to set, we've already talked about that, so set it to the AC, the wavy line, AC voltage, and you need to set it to a scale which is going to accommodate 220, 230 volts. And you need to make sure you've got the red and the black wires in the correct sockets. I can't go wrong on this meter, I've only got 2, but yours might have 3, in which case check the instructions to make sure you've got it in the right holes to measure voltage. Okay, so my meter's ready to go, the system's ready to go. The meter is currently showing OL, which means out of limits on this meter, which means it's not reading anything. OL means there's nothing to read, it's out of the limits of the meter. So I'm just going to double check my connections. They're all nice and safe, everything's in fresh air, nothing's touching, I've got no hands, I've got no dogs, no kids are going to come in and interfere with what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put the plug in the back, switch the machine to the on position, and I'm going to make the connection into the mains. So when I make this connection, 230 volts should appear here, and the meter should read whatever the voltage is today, which should be about 230. So let's plug it in and see. Okay, so today we've got 231, 232 volts. which is fine. There is a range, it does change depending on the demand on the grid. So anything between 220 and 240 will be fine. And that's it, that's what I'm looking for. Does your machine do that? You'll either get something like that, or you'll get nothing, or your meter won't respond at all. It'll be quite it's not so much the value I'm interested in, it's do you actually measure voltage on those probes. While you've got the voltage on, don't touch anything, please don't touch anything. Just remove the power. If you need to make an adjustment, for example, if you want to double check that your connections are good, remove the power first, then check your connections, redo the test. You can redo this test as many times as you like, but don't touch it unless your plug's disconnected. And that's it. Tell me what you get. Photograph it if you like, doesn't matter. Just tell me, show me, explain to me what you find, and then we'll take it from there. That's great, good luck, thank you.